I was crying because I was thinking about my cat again. And I was thinking about how no one knows how many times I still cry over her. I don't feel comfortable expressing, like, even just talking about her sometimes with, like, a lot of people. I have people I can talk with about her sometimes, but I kind of just feel like no one fully gets it or fully feels it, like what it's like. And I was just thinking, I don't even know how many times I've cried over her. I don't even know. I can't even keep track of it. I mean, I know how real this is, but like, it's just, you have something so real, and then it just doesn't feel like it's fully real to anyone else. And then, so I have this little jar with verses for whenever you're in different moods. And so I grabbed one of them out of like the sadness one. And I think I might have like grabbed one first that didn't necessarily resonate. I can't remember, but the second, at least the second one I grabbed, it was two of them. They were like folded on top of each other. And the first one said, record my lament, list my tears on your scroll. Are they not in your record? And I don't know, that was just like weirdly specific to the things I was thinking. And I don't know, I felt really seen and loved by God in that moment, you know? Because it was just like, very specifically, it was just like, hey, someone knows it. Someone actually remembers every single time you cried and know what it was like. They know exactly what it means to you. And the thing is, he's the one who created my cat. He created her, and he knows just how much she would end up, like, meaning to me whenever he made her. And he's the one who let me have her in the first place. Who let me experience the beautiful life that she lived, like the beautiful connection that we had, and that was incredible. And the second one that was like within that one that I read next, it said, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted." And that's like, I think that that one does get thrown around a lot, and I feel like that's one of the things that people use like whenever they want to give a quick fix to someone for someone who's grieving. But you know, in that moment, it just put a whole nother perspective on that because I was thinking about it and how it's like one of the things I think about with my cat is I'm afraid that one day I'll feel better. I don't want to feel better. Like, I want to always cry over her whenever I think about her too much because I just want to still feel like that connection. I want it to be real because of how much she meant to me. It just means to me. She still means that to me, and what I wanted is not. I don't want I want it to hurt. Because I just want to, like, be able to, like, feel the own, like, because I don't want to feel like I'm just apathetic. I want to always have that kind of a connection with her. And so I was just, like, thinking it's how, like, you might think of that verse where it's like, for they will be comforted, and then you might just, some people might look at that and be like, I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously that involves, like, you know, whenever people are together, like, they're there for you whenever you're going through stuff, and then you find comfort in that. But I feel like sometimes people might almost take that as jumping to, it's like, okay, it'll get better. You'll feel better about this. But that's, like, but like, in light of the one before, I was just thinking of how, like, I was feeling comforted. But the reason I was feeling comforted was just because I felt acknowledged. Because I realized someone actually knew the depth of how much I freaking love my cat and how much I just wanted to be real to someone. That's what I want. Like, it's one of the things I want most is just to be real to someone. And I'm just realizing that maybe that's a lot of what it means, like, whenever blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. because I think there's something beautiful, like, about whenever things don't go great, and whenever things go wrong, and when you're going through pain, because you kind of just, I don't know, I guess it emphasizes a lot, like, the way that I experience it, like, because, it just emphasizes, like, I mean, she's gone, and, like, that hurts, but it's just, I can't believe I had her. I can't believe I had a cat that was that perfect and that lit up my world that much. I can't believe that a creature that beautiful existed. And I can't believe that, like, it's just, I don't know, maybe my thoughts are a bit scattered here, but do you know what I mean? Like, just, and sometimes I've had times where I wanted to go through something just so I could feel that kind of a connection with somebody, just because I want to be real to someone. I want to feel that close, like, emotionally to someone. Like, I think that it's just something interesting to think about. Just, I'd rather have real love, real depth, real connection than to have a life without suffering, I think. And I think maybe that's one of the many complicated, confusing reasons. Like, why God allows existence to, exist the way it is, even whenever it's inevitable that there will be, I don't know, there's terrible things that happen, and I don't even, like, I can't really comprehend the kinds of things that people go through. Like, I feel like I've been spared from a lot, and I mean, there's a lot of things I'm terrified will happen that I don't ever want to experience or face. So I can't just say that as if I know what it's like, what everyone, because, like, everyone's got their own experiences, and there's some things that I mean, it's hard for me to, like, not invalidate myself a lot of the time just because I've known so many people who've been through so much and go through so much. That's just, it's overwhelming, and I mean, it almost feels like I don't have any room to complain about where I'm at, but, like, that's another thing, is just validation is something that I've discovered is extremely important, because, like, if you're constantly emotionally invalidated, that destroys people. I've seen people destroyed by that. So, and I guess that's the thing, kind of ties back into what I was saying, like, just about, God keeps record of all our tears. Like, he's aware of it. Just having someone else who, just to know that you're real to someone else, to know that your pain's real to someone else, to know that your experience just, I don't know, I guess he created us with that kind of a need, because if we're created for relationship with our creator, and if we're created in his image, like, I mean, I guess it makes sense that one of our deepest needs would just to be real to someone else, because, I mean, I think we're made for more than just survival, because I think we're made for more than just this world, and I think that, I mean, you could say that there are survival benefits, I guess, to things like that, but just to think that there's a lot of things, that, like, a lot of deep needs in the human heart that really point to things beyond this life, and things, you know what I mean? I think it kind of feels surreal, actually, sometimes, just to have that connection with another person, just to be, like, really truly known by someone. It's like a whole world. Like, it just lights up the world. I feel like I think of galaxies as a word I think of a lot. Like, whenever I have that connection with someone where I can talk about almost anything, and I'm just so fascinated by their internal world. Like, I'm fascinated by people in general, but just sometimes it's even more so, and it's really, like, it fills you with awe, really, and that's just, like, those are just the creatures, like, we're all just the creatures, so, like, if I'm filled with that much awe at, like, the image of God, because that's the thing, he made us to be his image, we're his image bearers, so we're supposed to reflect his glory, and I guess that's why, like, the whole concept of sin is, like, just whenever we don't live out his image, like that, and so that's because since that's the role that he assigned us in his creation, and it's like a incredible, beautiful thing, I think. And I think that people kind of lose that idea, like lose how amazing and beautiful it is. Like whenever we just think of like, okay, so what is it to follow God? Just a bunch of rules, or just like don't, or sin, or just thinking of sin as just something that you're not supposed to do. But actually, it's like art, you know. It's like he made us to be his representatives, and he's this being who formed the whole universe out of love, and we're supposed to reflect his characteristics. So that's why we strive for peace, and that's why we strive for like connection and supporting each other and being there, like, because we're supposed to, like, he made the whole world to like sustain it, like to you know, the way the whole ecosystem is something that fascinates me a lot, because it's like he made all these organisms to like interact and work together. Like I know that obviously like organisms find each other like that, but it's just like all the different ways the resources are like, you know, that the resources move through the ecosystem, and it's all just set up to where it sustains each other and where it's all connected and stuff. And I don't know, it's just so much thought put behind every little fraction of it, and I don't know, I think it's incredible. And I think that it's like he's also kind of similar to how he set up the biological world to function like that. Then he wants to set up like a community of like people to like function as his kingdom, and like just, you know, and that's another cool thing, is just like, I guess one of the big things that sets us aside from animals, like I think there's a lot just the, like, I guess there's like an obvious difference, but we're just like forming these things, we're forming societies, we're forming inventions, we're just um I don't know, really exploring and interacting with the depths of the world, and we're like co-creators. Like we create with him, alongside him, even though we're not like the original creators. We create something out of creation, and we develop it. And that's another thing, is like a lot of his creation process is just developing like through what's already been made and directing that. And that's, I mean, that's one of the reasons I think evolution makes sense. I mean, I'm not going to go into like the details of that, but I do believe in evolution, and I think that God like formed, like directed it, and I do believe there's also like some amount of like chaos and randomness involved too, like that. But I think that it's also got like intention and direction. But yeah, um, I went on a huge tangent. I don't know. I guess it's just rambling at this point. But I hope that wasn't too confusing. I just originally I was like thinking, okay, let's make a short video. We could tell people about like, you know, this experience I had, like with where like, I don't know, I think that God was like really like connecting with me and being there for me, like when I was thinking about my cat, you know. But then it just kind of went off into a ramble thing, so I guess I could make a longer video out of that. If you actually listened through like that entire video, then that means a lot. I'm just kind of like starting up new with my channel here recently, and so yeah, if you want to share this with someone who you think might resonate with it, or if you want to like comment if there's anything in this that you personally like connect with, then I would love to like hear y'all's stories and stuff. So yeah, thank you a lot for like watching, or like any engagement. That really really does mean a lot. If yeah, but have a caffeinated day, and farewell.